Welcome to the Centre of Key. In today's class we're focusing on some standing leg stretches and also a lot of balance involved in these stretches today. So this class is great if you want to strengthen your legs, also just to stretch them out generally if you've been doing a workout or if you've been doing a lot of standing, moving around. It's also good if you have been sitting down, but if you do this class, I would recommend you go for a short walk first just to warm everything up and get the blood flow into the joints and the muscles. You are going to need a chair or a table because we're going to be resting our leg on that chair, and if you feel you have the flexibility, on the table. So it's either or. I'm going to demonstrate the first leg with the chair and then go into the second leg. I'm going to use the table just so you can see the difference. But make sure if you are using a chair that you have it against a wall or something solid so it's not going to slide around. Also, if you're using a table, make sure it's cleared off first so you don't knock anything off. So let's begin once you've got all your things ready. And we just want to start by standing. So have your feet about hip width wide. Notice if your toes are turning out, I want you to turn the feet parallel to face forwards. And just relax your shoulders down your back. And feel nice and tall. So the crown of the head is lifting up, the feet are pressing down, there's a little bit of length through the spine, the belly button is drawing in slightly, the bottom is tucking in and under a little bit too so it's not sticking out. And we just take a couple of breaths here. Feeling the breath moving in, expanding the body. Exhale, softening. And let's breathe in, let everything expand again. And as you exhale, I want you to feel the energy drawing down, down, down through the belly, through the legs, into the soles of the feet, down into the floor. So really grounding yourself, getting ready for the class. Beautiful. Alright, so let's begin. I'm going to start with my left leg on the chair. So you make sure you're not too close or too far away. You want to have your heel comfortably resting on the chair. And pull your toes back on the foot. If you're using a table, put it on the table. Okay? And we'll just start with the hands on the hips. Now the leg you're standing on, make sure it's not pointing out to the side. It's kind of pointing towards the chair. Maybe not fully directly to the chair, but not out to the side either. And I want you to ground down through that standing leg. So squeeze the muscles onto the thigh bone. Pull the toes back on the straight leg on the chair. And again, feel the lift up through the spine. Let the shoulders relax. And we're going to take a breath in. And on the exhales, take your arms up to the sky. Palms are facing inwards. Couple of deep breaths here. Now just notice your shoulders aren't lifting up. Keep the shoulders soft, but lift up through the upper body. Still squeezing through the standing leg. Eyes are gazing forwards. Beautiful. Good. Alright, so bring your arms down. And this standing leg, we're now going to turn out to face forwards. Okay, so I'm just going to move back a little bit. So my foot is now facing forwards. The other leg is still on the chair. Still squeezing up through that standing leg. And let's bring the hands onto the hips again. Good. Alright, so from here we take a breath in and exhale, take the arms up to the ceiling again. So palms are facing inwards, squeezing into the standing leg, squeezing the bottom slightly. Good. Alright, so we're going to bring my left hand onto the left leg if that's on the chair. If you've got your right leg on the chair, then bring your right hand to the leg. Keep that other arm lifting and breathe in, stretch it up. Feel as if someone's pulling your wrist up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, we're just taking the arm over gently. So a bit of a side stretch. Breathe in, come up. And then exhale, take it over. Feel the fingertips still reach. Don't let the arm sag. Keep it lengthening. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, going over. Push down through that standing leg. Stretch the arm away a little more. Good. And then coming all the way back. Bring that down. Lovely. Alright, so let's do those few on the other side. So I'm going to use the table now for that sequence. So let's take the right leg up onto the table or the chair if you're using the chair. Lovely. Hands are on the hips. Shoulders are soft. Push down through the standing leg, squeeze the thigh, squeeze the bottom. Take a breath in and exhale, arms rising up to the ceiling. We just hold for about 4 or 5 breaths. Feeling the upper body lift out of the waist, squeezing down into the standing leg. Fingertips are reaching. Toes are back on the leg on the table or chair. Good. Alright, and then gently bring your arms down. We're going to turn the leg to the front, so the foot on the standing leg is now facing the front. The other leg is still out to the side. Okay, hands on hips to start with. Take a breath in and exhale, arms rising up again. And just hold here for a couple of breaths. So if it's too strong with the foot on the table, then just go to the chair. Keep lifting up, feeling the ribs lift out of the waist. We're going to bring the right hand down to the right leg. And as you breathe in, lift that left arm even further. And on the exhale, taking the arm over, feel the side of the body open. Breathe in, coming up. And exhale. I really love side stretches. They just open up the side of the body so much. It's beautiful. Inhale up. And last one, exhale. Now keep that arm stretching as if someone's pulling your wrist. Don't let it sag. Keep lengthening. Push down through the standing leg. And then come all the way up. And we'll let that go. So bring that leg back down. And just stand for a moment, feeling how the legs are feeling after those first few stretches. Breathe down into the belly. Connect down through the feet into the floor. Beautiful stuff. So we're going to do a little twist next. So we're going to come back to the chair. Or you can, depends where you're at, chair or table, it's up to you. Alright, so I'm going to do my right leg on the chair because I want to twist towards you. Okay, so right leg is on the chair, left leg standing. Okay, we're going to breathe in, lift the arms up. And on the exhale, I'm twisting to my right, so to the leg on the chair. I'm going to bring my left hand onto the outer edge of my right leg. And this arm can stay out to the side. If you want to go a bit stronger, you can take the arm and wrap it behind you. So your fingers, you might be able to see my fingers pointing out here, wrapping around your waist. And the shoulder is pulling back. And then what we want to do is breathe in, lift tall. And then exhale, turn your head to look over your shoulder. And squeeze into that standing leg. Hand is on the outer leg to help twist you around. Squeeze around, shoulder pulling back. Use your eyes to look behind you. Nice deep breaths through the nose. One more breath here. Good, and then gently unravel that. Okay, so let's try that. On the other leg, I'm going to use the table now instead of the chair. Try not to switch between the two as you're doing this class, either to focus on the chair or the table. I'm just doing this to help demonstrate. Alright, so leg on the chair, this is my left leg now, squeezing through the right leg on the ground, breathing in, lifting arms up, and on the exhale I'm twisting to the left, taking the right hand to the outer edge of the left leg, and the left arm is now out behind me. I can turn my head to look at the hand. If you want to go a little stronger with the arm, and you can reach, wrap the arm around your back and get your fingers to wrap around your waist with the palm facing outwards. And we're breathing here, lifting nice and tall. Exhale, squeeze yourself around, looking over your shoulder behind you. Squeeze into the standing leg, squeeze into the belly. Lift up tall through your spine as you push down through the heel. Good, and then gently release, let that leg go. Alright, let's just take a moment to stand. Feel how strong your legs are feeling now. Sink down into the heels, into the floor. Softening the shoulders. Beautiful. Alright. So, We're going to come back to the first side. So I'm going to place my left leg on the chair. So this time we're actually going to come forwards over the leg, but we're going to start by breathing in, rising the arms up, and then on the exhale we're dropping over, and just rest your hands wherever you can on the leg on the chair. Maybe you can actually rest your hands either side of the foot on the chair, okay, but keep your standing leg straight, don't bend the knee, okay, so just go to where you can. Alright, I'm just going to hold for about 6 breaths. So squeeze up through that standing leg, squeeze through the leg on the chair, pull your toes back on your foot, and just allow the spine to lengthen. As you exhale, squeeze your belly, and we're gently dropping the belly towards the thigh. Okay, so a few breaths here, breathing through your nose, just allowing the back and the leg to stretch and lengthen. Soften into it. Yes, there's no strain. It may be uncomfortable, and that's okay. We try and relax into that discomfort as we breathe out. Just allowing the crown of the head to get closer to the foot. Even if you're still up here holding the leg, just allow the spine to lengthen. Just go to wherever you can. Just notice where it's stiff, where it's tight, that's okay. Just come back and try it again and again and again, and you'll slowly start to open up. Lovely. Alright, and then gently coming all the way up. We're going to stay with this leg, but now we're just going to stretch out through the thigh. So I want you to reach around and grab your foot. Now if you need to, you can use the chair, hold on to that, pull your foot towards your bottom. Notice if you start to stick it out, tuck the pelvis in. If you can hold with both feet, grab onto the foot with both hands and pull your knees together. So knees trying to touch, chest is forwards, shoulders slightly back, breathing just for a couple of moments here. Still squeezing through that standing leg. Good, and then gently let that go. So we'll do that on the other side. So take the right leg up now. Squeeze through the standing leg. We're going to breathe in, lift the arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, tipping forwards. Now if you get your hands to your legs somewhere, that's fine. If you can actually reach what your foot is resting on, that's fine too. Just go to where you're at. And we want to lengthen. So try not to tuck the head under and curl the spine up. We actually want to lengthen through the spine and the lower back. So really important to keep the chest forwards, breathing here, pulling the toes back on the leg that's in front of us, squeezing into the standing leg muscles, squeezing onto the bone. Nice big deep breaths through the nose, in and out. Softening and lengthening. Spine lengthening, belly drawing towards the thigh. Crown of the head moving towards the foot. Good, and then gently coming all the way up. We're going to stretch that leg the other way now. So again, you can hold on, reach around behind, pull the foot to the bottom. Use both hands if you can. Squeeze the knees together, lift up through the spine, shoulders gently drawing back. Just a few breaths here. Standing leg nice and strong. If you need to hold on to something, then please grab hold. It's okay, balancing can be very challenging for us. Good, and then gently let that leg go. And again, just stand for a moment, feeling the strength and energy through the lower body. Bring your mind down through the belly, through the legs, into the soles of the feet again, feeling grounded. Good. Alright, so we're going to use the chair for the next one. So even if you have been using the table, please use the chair for this next stretch. So what we want to do is we're going to bring one foot up onto the chair, the other foot is behind. Make sure there's a little bit of space between the standing leg and the chair. You don't want to be too close. Alright, hands can be on the hips. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, we just want to lunge forwards into that. And then inhale, come back. Exhale, lunging forwards, feeling the stretch through the back quad. Inhale, come up, and exhale. Breathe in, come back, and exhale. Make sure this front foot is nice and balanced and flat. We can stay here for a few breaths. Maybe start to push down through that back heel a little bit. Feel the chest expand, feel the spine lift tall. Just notice this knee isn't rolling out at the front. Keep the knee in line with your chest. And if you want to go a little further, we can take the arms up and maybe look slightly up towards the ceiling. Keep sinking into the hips. Keep pushing through the back heel. Belly button drawing in slightly. Good, and then gently coming out, let that go. Bring that leg down. Make sure the foot comes into the same line as the other foot, and we'll take the other leg up. Again, hands on hips. Take a breath in, and exhale, just sinking into that. Inhale, come back. And exhale, sinking in. Keep the belly button drawing in. Inhale, come back. Just two more. Exhale. Good. Inhale back. And exhale. And just staying here, feeling the stretch through this back hip, thigh area. Looking forwards. Pushing the back heel down slightly. Shoulders soft. And let's breathe in, arms rising up. And exhale here. Maybe looking slightly up. Noticing this front knee isn't rolling out to the side. Push down through the big toe. Squeeze down through the back heel. Looking slightly upwards. Feel the belly stretch. Good, and then gently coming all the way back. Lovely. Alright, so let's just stand for a moment. Just feeling what we've done. Let the shoulders hang. Feet are parallel. Let's interlace the arms. And we're just going to bend the knees gently, roll head towards the floor. So I'll go silent so you can see. So head dropping towards the ground, elbows are hanging, knees are slightly bent. So belly is kind of on the thighs, feet are hip width apart, feet are pointing forwards. And just let your head be nice and heavy, so give it a little shake and a nod, and then let it just hang. Now if you feel you can and you want to, you can straighten the legs out, lift the tailbone to the ceiling, squeeze the knees up towards the thighs, press the hips towards the sky. Draw the belly button in. As you exhale, maybe the head drops a little further. And let your arms just flop now. Maybe they touch the floor, maybe they don't, doesn't matter. Just arms hanging, head hanging, tailbone lifting. If you need to stay with your knees bent, that's fine. And we're all going to bend the knees gently, just a little bit. Curl up. Very gently through the spine, just standing. Head comes up last. Push through the feet to press upwards. Just give yourself a moment. Roll the shoulders back a couple of times. Sometimes we can get a bit of a head spin if we come up too quickly, so please make sure you're okay, especially if you have low blood pressure, which is something I tend to have more often than not. Alright, so we're going to do one pose now to integrate all that work through the legs. So I want you to have your big toes side by side, heels are slightly apart, and we're going to bring the hands to the chest. So I'm just going to move back a little bit. So when we come up onto the toes in a moment, the hands are going to be facing each other, about shoulder width wide, arms will be straight. Okay? So I want you to take a breath in, And on the exhale, lifting up, hands separate, push down through the toes into the floor. Inhale, bring it back. And then exhale, squeeze up. Now squeeze your bottom as you lift. Press the hips slightly forwards. Inhale, come back. We're going to do one more and then we're staying there. So inhale here, sorry. And exhale to come up. Now we're staying and breathing through the nose. Squeezing the bottom strongly. Pushing down through those big toes. Feel the arms rising up, lifting the ribs out of the waist. Push down through the toes, squeeze the bottom, nice and tall, and then gently coming all the way down. Now you can practice that one again if you like, so just pause and have another go. Or we can finish here with the palms together, standing comfortably, just gathering the energy into the body. Let's actually take a big breath in. And then breath out. 2 more like that. Big breath in. And breath out. 1 more. Big breath in. Draw your hands now through to your chest. Again into prayer pose. So palms gently pressing together. Elbows slightly forwards. Closing the eyes. Really feeling that strength and power and energy in the lower body, in the legs. Lots of blood moving through the muscles and the joints. And just take a moment to give thanks to your legs for all that they do and allowing you to move freely through this world. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. And I look forward to seeing you in another class very soon. Namaste.